Doctors, let's call it what it is. There's an elephant in the room. You're overworked, you're underpaid, and honestly, you're stuck in a system that's designed to burn you out. You spend your days rushing from this patient to that patient, drowning in paperwork, fighting with insurance pencil pushers to get paid, only to scrape together enough pennies for the work that you've already done. Let's get real. The medical industrial complex doesn't care about you, not your mental health, not your patient's outcomes, not your bank account, and surely not your family life. The system exists for one purpose: to make obscene profits for big pharma and big insurance. And it's doing that at your expense. But what if you could break free? What if you could tell big pharma and big insurance companies to take a hike, work fewer hours, less patient load, bring in more profits, deliver better outcomes for the patients? They deserve it. Sound impossible? It's not. And I'll show you why. But first, let me ask you this. What if you could take a month-long vacation, stress-free? Take it off. Imagine this: no phone, no laptop, no emails, no guilt, stress, or worry. Why? Because your all-star team is running the show brilliantly, almost as well as you could. Does that sound impossible? It's not. Here's why. Over 900 of my clients are living proof that this kind of freedom is 100% achievable. If even thinking about stepping away stresses you out, this is for you. If you can't take your eyes off your practice without it falling apart, then you're stuck. And here's the hard truth. You built the cage you're stuck in. As the founder, that's a tough pill to swallow, but it also means that you're the one who can fix it. So if you've been the everything person in your practice for too long, it's time to listen up. Here's what I promise you. Number one, I'll give you a proven model for building a practice that runs smoothly without you. Number two, if you implement this model, you'll enjoy a level of freedom that most people can't even imagine. So let's get to work. Your freedom starts now. Let me tell you a true story, the story of two doctors. Dr. Grind started an insurance-based practice back in 1987. He poured his heart and soul into his profession. He expanded to 3 locations. Money was good. Work pretty much consumed him, and something wasn't right. Patients kept coming back with the same problems. He was missing milestones with his daughter's life he could never get back, and he was on the brink of a mental meltdown. Eventually, the emptiness won. He left medicine altogether, hoping for a fresh start. But after a few bad business decisions, he declared bankruptcy with just $2,400 left in the bank account and a second child on the way. Dr. Freedom, on the other hand, well, let me tell you about Dr. Freedom. In 2004, he started to practice on his own terms. He abandoned the broken system. He treated patients his way. His first office, a windowless matchbox, but it was his. Word spread fast. His patients weren't just getting better, they were experiencing life-changing results. A few months later, Dr. Freedom had a small team of 6, accepted just 32 new patients a month, worked only 4 days a week, and he was clearing over $300,000 a month without breaking a sweat. Even better, his practice didn't need him to run it. He took 3 months off every year to travel with his family. By the time his son turned 13, this young man had already seen more of the world than most people do in a lifetime. That's a life. What's the difference between them? Well, nothing. Because both of these doctors, well, they're the same person. They're me. I was Dr. Grind. I was stuck in a system that didn't care if I missed my daughter's first step. And I was Dr. Freedom. I searched for and built a better way to practice. And at the end of the day, I'm just a dad who wishes he was there more. Hi, I'm Dr. Charlie Webb. I know it sounds a little crazy, maybe, conspiracy theory, when I say the traditional medical practice, well, it's a rigged system to keep doctors busy and broke. But actually, it's the reason why so many doctors break away from the rigged model, why they're doing so damn well. Doctors like my client, Jason, who tripled his monthly revenue in just 10 weeks after transitioning to a new freedom model, and for the first time ever, he was able to take his entire family of 11 on vacation. Why another client, Nancy, sold her insurance-based practice, started over from scratch, and then hit a whopping $160K in just 1 month, doubling what she'd ever done before. And why another client, Corey, went from working every single day, practically every waking hour, to enjoying laid-back, spacious 3-day weekends with her family. I get it. Sounds too good to be true. And you're right. Those kind of results are nearly impossible if your practice is stuck in the same broken, corrupt system. That's why I want to give you 100% honest truth about why my clients are thriving using the system I've built. You're about to hear from some of those clients, people who were just as skeptical as you are right now. When they first saw the numbers, they thought, no way. But now, well, they're the ones sending me their crazy success stories. Over the past 12 years, my team and I have helped over 900 practices implement what I call the Freedom Practice Model. This isn't a tweak to the system. This is a new system entirely, a comprehensive business model that lets you grow and scale your practice outside the broken, rigged healthcare system. Doctors using the Freedom Practice Model consistently enjoy higher income, better outcomes, shorter work weeks. Why? Because I didn't just improve the wheel, I really did reinvent it. This isn't for the stuck in your ways crowd. If you're the type of person who isn't willing to shake things up a bit, well, this isn't for you. But if you're ready to stop breaking your back and start breaking records like Jason, Nancy, and Corey, you have to take a leap of faith, guys. If you're already stressed, exhausted, and burnt out, the idea of adding something new, well, it might seem insane. But here's the reality. The only way out is through. If you're willing to lean into the discomfort, I'll show you the shortest path to freedom. No guesswork, no trial and error, no waste of time. Developing the system has been my life's work. Over nearly 4 decades, I've worked with world-class entrepreneurs, top business advisors, medical executives, healthcare experts. I've invested millions of dollars into perfecting this model so doctors like you can escape the crushing pressure of the current system and do it quickly. In just a moment, I'll walk you through the 7 pillars of the Freedom Practice Model, the foundation of a successful, scalable practice. But before I give you the cure, we need to diagnose the problem. How did we get here? Well, let's be honest. Humans use power for self-serving reasons. It's everywhere. Government, entertainment, business, and even religion. Healthcare, it's no different. Just follow the money. The financial incentives in healthcare, they don't reward health. They reward sickness. The current system isn't healthcare. It's sickness for profit. If the system doctors are under constant pressure to pack their schedules, what hurts? Diagnose it. Write a script. Next. It's no wonder so many doctors are working around the clock, teetering on the edge of burnout and barely holding it together. Get this, in 2023, we saw the highest number of healthcare bankruptcies in history. 1 in 4 doctors plan to shut down their practice in the next 2 years. And there's no mystery why. What happened to the golden goose? After 8 years of schooling, 6 figures of debt, you'd think the system would reward you for your sacrifice. Instead, well, the reality is this. You're the system's golden goose. Big pharma, big insurance, they don't care about your health, your bank account, your family life. They care about grinding you down to maximize their profits, and while you're burning out, they're laughing all the way to the bank. My mission, build a better practice and life for doctors. This is why I do what I do. If the idea of generating wealth, seeing fewer patients, working fewer hours, delivering better health outcomes, well, if it sounds exciting, then stick with me. This video will introduce you to the biggest business breakthrough you've ever seen. Look, I get it. There's no shortage of gurus claiming to have a magic bullet. But let me be clear, there is no magic bullet. What I'm offering is a proven system, one that already helped over 900 doctors build practices that don't just survive, but thrive. If you're ready to join them, let's get started. What I'm about to share isn't some secret hack or magic bullet. This isn't a gimmick. It's not a shortcut. What I'm about to show you is a comprehensive blueprint for doctors who are ready to lead the future of healthcare. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, just tell me what the 7 pillars are already. I get it. I hear you. But hold up. Before we dive in, I need to make sure you see the full picture. Why? Because if you're serious about building your dream practice and living a full, balanced life, you can't afford to miss this. Why the 7 pillars work? Well, these seven pillars are the foundation that's helping hundreds of healthpreneurs across every specialty you can think of: big cities, small towns, everything in between. Running virtual, brick and mortar, hybrid practices to consistently multiply their profits year after year. If you follow the process to a T, you can look forward to the same results. So let's cover these. Pillar number one: develop a positive mindset. I know this sounds common sense, but the first pillar is simple. Your business will only grow to the extent that you do. Most people are running on autopilot, sabotaged by the negative programming they've picked up over a lifetime. Top performers in every field know this. If you want to evolve, parts of your old you, the habits, the beliefs, the excuses, they got to go. If you want to lead at a higher level, your mindset must level up first. This is why our clients go all in on rewiring their beliefs and stepping into the identity of a winner, an entrepreneur, a healthpreneur. Pillar number two: become a category of one. The fastest way to scale your practice: stop being a commodity doctor and become a category one doctor. The second pillar reveals why freedom practices are dramatically scaling their revenues by 3 times, like Dr. Vic Raya, or 6 times, like nurse practitioner Eileen Frostow, or even a whopping 12 times, like nutritionist Sarah Treat. Vic, Eileen, and Sarah did this by establishing themselves as a category one doctor. Commodity doctors are interchangeable middlemen. Their value is tied to prescriptions or treatments covered by insurance. Patients don't care who they see as long as they get the script, the stuff. Category one doctors build loyalty and create raving evangelists. Their value doesn't lie in their stuff, but in their expertise, not the deliverables. They lead patients on a journey to reclaim their health destiny. By 2030, over $1 trillion is expected to shift from the fix me sickness model to the proactive wellness model. Position your practice to capitalize on this. 3, create your ideal patient. Here's the thing: if you build it, they won't necessarily come. Even worse, if the wrong people come in droves, they'll drain your energy and ruin your margins. Freedom practices don't just attract patients, they create them. By using the pre-education, our clients ensure that before someone even steps foot into their office, they already know who you are, how you're different, and what you can do for them, how you can support and empower them. This guarantees your calendar fills with motivated, informed patients who are ready to invest in their health. Pillar number 4: build a superstar team. If your practice can't run without you, well, you're stuck. A superstar team gives you your time back. It allows you to take vacations guilt-free, step away for a sabbatical. Focus on what matters most to you, and when you step back into the office, nothing's on fire. In fact, you're richer than when you left. Building a team of A players is the only way to reclaim the most valuable resource that you have, and that's your time. Number 5, package your services. Packaging your services into custom programs isn't just better for you. What's better for your patients, your staff, and your family. Here's why: you deliver better outcomes because you're treating the whole patient, not just their symptoms. You work fewer hours because you're earning up to 10 times more with far fewer patients. One example: Dr. Tariq Malik transitioned to custom programs and went from being too exhausted to bike with his son to becoming the father he always wanted to be. Pillar 6: busyness versus productivity. I love this one. Here's the antidote to burnout: stop confusing busy with productive. Commodity doctors waste endless hours jumping through regulatory hoops, dealing with insurance reps who deny payment, rushing from patient to patient. In the freedom practice model, you'll learn to delegate low-value tasks, streamline operations, focus only on revenue-generating activities. Pillar number 7, live by key performance indicators, KPIs. The last pillar is the cure for financial stress. When you track the right numbers and you know the actions that drive them, you get off the emotional roller coaster of feast or famine. Instead of hoping the next month will be better, you'll work a proven plan that drives consistent results. Now you have the structure built on these 7 pillars. You're probably wondering how you can build this freedom practice insanely fast with less stress. Having fewer patients, shorter work weeks, better outcomes, hard to beat. And that's where the 4Ps revenue model comes in. The system hands you my exact process for multiplying your growth without multiplying your effort. Implementing the 7 pillars we just talked about, step by step. Ready to see how it works? Let's dive into the curriculum. Here's where I teach you the 4Ps: promotion, pre-education, practice member evaluation, and programs. When you dial this in, your practice starts running like it's on autopilot. Your customer experience becomes so seamless that referrals start pouring in. You'll end up with a wait list because how well your system works. You'll finally stop stressing over making ends meet and start enjoying your time, whether that's downtime, family, or scaling your business even further. Module 2, the magic of pre-education. Pre-education is the secret sauce for creating ideal patients who are ready to invest into their wellness. Not just symptoms management. You'll learn to guide your patients to their health goals before they even meet you. You'll get plug and play marketing templates that remove all of the guesswork. You can work with our marketing partners. Don't have to worry about that part. You'll use a proven framework for selling programs, even if you've never sold anything in your life. Worried about selling? Well, don't be. This isn't about slimeball tactics. This is about leveraging your expertise to mentor patients toward optimal health. Lead them to a priceless opportunity. Look at Dr. Farah Sultan. She brought in $226,000 in a single week. That's 7 days, just by educating women about balancing their hormones for better sleep. Modules 3 through 5, the 10 times wealth multiplier. In these modules, I reveal 10 times wealth multiplier, a blueprint for offering custom programs. Sounds too good to be true, right? Dr. Cami Owen thought so too until she raked in $280,000 in just 2 months. Wellness programs are hands down the fastest way to create abundance in your practice, no matter what. Where you live, how you practice, what your specialty is, doesn't matter. Afraid to ditch insurance because you think your community can't afford it? Well, first, you don't have to drop insurance entirely. Second, offering cash programs that actually change their life and empower them is like giving a glass of water to someone choking on saltines. Your community is desperate for proactive solutions. They're tired of the stuff, the scripts. People don't value health until they lose it, but once they do, they'll pay, invest to get it back. This is just a taste of what's inside the first 5 modules. We've created the most comprehensive healthpreneur training on the planet. And since I know you don't have all day, here's a sneak peek of what's in the other 21 modules. How to develop a partnership ecosystem to get in front of free audiences. The next 9 steps to turn practice member evaluations into life-changing moments. How to automate lead flow processes from the first contact to signing up as a member in your practice. Why block scheduling can save 4 to 10 hours per week. How to build VIP memberships to recurring monthly revenue. How to customize a winning presentation template for live events, online or in person. How to evaluate your marketing, budget like a pro, and so much more. We got your back from day one. This isn't just a course. It's a done-with-you system. From day one, you'll have a team of medical business veterans walking you through the process step by step. See this? Every faculty coach that we have has built their own freedom practice, brick by brick. So you know you're getting guidance from someone who's done it before. Personally, I don't trust business coaches whose first business is coaching. That's why we heavily vet our team, choosing only those with proven track records in healthcare entrepreneurship and have worked through us to create that. If you've been flying solo for too long, you'll love having a rockstar team behind you. Now, before we get to the practice diagnosis call, which is coming, let me make something clear. Your practice is a business. And you are an entrepreneur. Hopefully, because entrepreneurs have businesses that work for them, business owners have glorified jobs. If you want your practice to amplify your life instead of consuming it, you need to master entrepreneurship the same way you mastered medicine. There are 10 entrepreneurial hats every business owner must master. Each one is vital for scaling without chaos. The problem, well, medical school didn't teach you any of this. The path forward, with these 7 pillars and the 4Ps revenue model, you'll learn how to build a practice that runs smoothly without you. scales profitably and sustainably, gives you the freedom you deserve. Ready to stop grinding and start thriving? Before you click the button schedule below, strategy call. Let's talk about what happens next. I know you're itching to book a practice strategy call, but before you do, let me show you what we're going to laser in on. This focus area has already helped hundreds of doctors like you take back their freedom. You've probably heard the phrase, entrepreneurs wear many hats. But here's the kicker. There are actually 10 entrepreneur hats you need to master to scale your practice without chaos. Before I break them down, is the vital point. Your practice is a business and you're an entrepreneur. That is, if you want your business to work for you. Entrepreneurs do things different than business owners. Business owners, well, they just become glorified employees. We're not going to do that. If you want your business to amplify your life instead of consuming it, you need to master entrepreneurship like you mastered medicine. And here's the problem. Medical school didn't teach you any of this. That's why our coaches are here to help you focus on the hats that you need most, starting with the 10 entrepreneur hats. Number 1, strategy. We'll help you analyze your business model, map out new initiatives, and manage transitions without breaking a sweat. Hat number 2, sales. Learn how to build an outbound sales team and a bulletproof selling system that gets results. Number 3, marketing, promotion. We'll show you how to acquire patients online and in your community using vetted agencies and done-for-you marketing resources. Number 4, your team, your A-player team. Ready to lighten the load? We'll create a hiring plan, onboard talent, and even train your staff to work and build your practice. Number 5, technology. Let technology do the heavy lifting. From AI to automation, we'll help you streamline repetitive tasks and free up your focus for what really matters. Number 6, finance. You can't grow what you can't measure. We'll teach you how to forecast revenue, optimize your budget, and manage your finances like a pro. Number 7, most importantly, service. Your patients deserve world-class care. We're here to help you create new offerings, bundle services, and deliver an experience they'll rave about. Hat number 8, operations. Operations, well, that's the backbone of your business. When this hat is dialed in, chaos turns to order, and your practice runs like a well-oiled machine. Hat number 9, leadership. That's you. Leadership evolves with your business. We'll guide you from being the founder who does it all to the manager who directs others to the CEO, shaping the future of healthcare. And number 10, KPIs and OKRs. KPIs, key performance indicators, track the health of your practice, while OKRs help your team get it done. Together, they'll keep your goals on track and your team aligned. The truth about entrepreneurship? Well, if I had the system when I started, I would have avoided tremendous opportunity cost. In other words, I would have avoided the costly mistakes that come from trying to figure it out on your own. You don't have to spend decades and millions of dollars like I did, figuring it out like I did. You don't have to keep grinding with no light at the end of the tunnel, settle for a regular job, or walk away from medicine altogether. Instead, I'm handing you everything you need to build a freedom practice on a silver platter. What happens next? You book a practice strategy call. Here's what you're going to get: a deep dive diagnosis in your practice. Can't help a patient without diagnosis. We can't help you practice without diving in diagnosing. A tailored plan with the top 2 to 3 actions our expert advisors would take if they were in your shoes. This is your first step toward generating more income, seeing fewer patients, delivering better results, and working fewer hours. Join the healthcare revolution. Let me be clear. Adopting the freedom model is more than a business decision. It's an act of defiance against a broken, rigged system. We don't need big insurance's permission to heal. We don't have to play big pharma's game of dependency, and we certainly don't need to line the pockets with our sweat. If you don't take a stand, well, who will? If you're waiting for the perfect time, let me save you the suspense. It's never going to feel perfect. The stars, they won't align. The best time to start was the day you opened your practice. The second time to start, well, that's right now. Click the button below to book your call. Take the first step toward winning back your freedom. Join me and my team, a growing community of healthcare visionaries, rewriting the rules and revolutionizing the system, the broken system. The chronic disease epidemic, well, it's not slowing down, and if we don't act now, it'll claim even more lives. I can't wait to see the smile on your face when you're enjoying being in charge of your life, your destination, experiencing what I see as an extraordinary life. Look, the transition to the freedom practice model is hard, but let's be real. Grinding yourself into the ground, well, that's hard. Watching your life slip away, that's hard. Feeling stuck in your practice every day, well, that's hard too. Building the life of your dreams, hard. How about you choose hard? The day you decided to start your own practice, you threw the easy button in the trash. But here's the thing, success doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from struggle, and the sweeter success, the more worth it. This could be your comeback. If you're spinning your wheels, stuck in a rut, or feeling like you're at the end of a rope, this could be your comeback story. In all my years, I've never seen a doctor who trusted the freedom practice process and gave it their best fail. Follow the game plan, show up with a do whatever it takes mindset, and you're going to win. It's not going to happen overnight. Let's not fool ourselves. But you'd be shocked at how fast you can get there. Take Dr. Erica Urasis, for example. Erica was burnt out to the point that she was often too sick to get out of bed and had a mortgage, her house, to hit payroll.
Before I met FPC, I was working as a busy family physician, a mom of 2 little kids, and totally burnt out. But I was also financially ruined at that point because we were, mortgaging our household to survive on a monthly basis, barely hitting payroll. I don't think I actually paid myself more than my medical assistants.
Here's another story from Dr. Craig Cohen. He and his wife, Amanda, were practically living in the office, working every weekend, and felt lonely even when they were together.
So where we were, we knew we couldn't stay because we were living in the office. We were not able to ever leave the office. And we knew that if we wanted to raise the family that we wanted to and be the partners that we wanted to, we couldn't remain where we were.
One more story, Corey Feldman. He and his wife, Megan, were so broke they had to move with their parents. They dreamed of starting a family, but it felt totally out of reach.
We were living with our parents, with Corey's parents. We couldn't afford a house. We wanted to start a family. We had no idea how we could do that. Like, there were so many things that we wanted for our future, and we were stuck in this rut of being entrepreneurs, not making any money, not getting any time for ourselves, not having any freedom.
Let's hear from a few more of our clients. Check this out.
So I've been with FPC for about 3.5 months, and everything has changed. I mean, really, we've tripled our, monthly revenue within about 2.5 months. We were able to take a vacation for the first time where we weren't worried about, oh my goodness, with 9 kids, you go on vacation and, you're not sure. This time there wasn't any concern about it at all.
It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I was able to sell my insurance-based practice thanks to FPC guiding me on how to do that. I didn't learn any of this in school. You just learn how to be a clinician. I learned how to be a doctor of physical therapy and just practice that. But I knew there was more. And we went from having 0 in FPC as a business, because it was going to be my only source of income, to we just hit 160,000 in a month. And this is double of what we ever did in the insurance model.
So my number one thing that I came into FPC for was this time freedom thing. And even during my actual program with FPC, I was able to take a 2-week trip to Italy with my husband, which was amazing. We actually closed the clinic for a whole week, and then the clinic ran without me for a second week. That was amazing. Never possible with the old system that I had set up for myself. So that was cool.
And so I left a successful cardiology practice, making, high 6 figures, in order to branch out and do something different. And I needed mentorship and I needed help. And so I sought freedom practice coaching because they're the best in the industry. A partner who understood the industry, who understood what I need, and give me that ABC 1, 2, 3 easy to follow plan that can make me successful. And now I'm on track to be even more successful than I would have been as a cardiologist.
They had strategies to really help me with revenue as quickly as possible. And I was open. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it, was really my attitude. And sure enough, within 3 weeks, I'd increased my revenue by $15,000. I've been with FPC now for under a year, and I've collected more revenue in the first 3 months of this year than I did in all of last year.
This has been the key to a lot of freedoms. It's been the key to the accountability, the key to the community. It's been the key to basically unlock the entrepreneur.
And I would add, it's the key to being able to serve clients really, really well in a way that we never could otherwise.
Throughout this last year, I've had accelerated growth. Again, taking it to the legacy level has really shown me that there's so many more layers of being a CEO for my company, for being a good manager and a good leader for my team, for being a better doctor for my practice members, and having this, I'm going to call them elite. I mean, they're the elite doctors of FPC who really know their stuff. They've been doing this a while, and to be able to rub elbows and ask questions of these elite athletes, if you will, just means that I don't have to waste a lot of time trying things on my own. They've already done it. They've got good ideas.
Picture this: no more staying up late grinding out endless notes. 3-day weekends, completely guilt-free, zero financial stress ever again. Instead, your energy is spent where it matters, transforming your clients' lives, traveling wherever your heart desires, spending quality time with your family, your friends. Sounds too good to be true? I get it. Maybe some of the success stories you've seen here today seem a little too good to be true. Maybe you're wondering if you can actually pull this off yourself. Let me make this simple. I guarantee it. If you go through my program, follow the plan, and for some crazy reason you don't get the incredible results my clients have, we'll continue to work with you for free for up to 6 months. That's right. Half a year, free. Still doubting? Check this out. We've got 133 5-star reviews at the time of this recording. Here's what to do next. If you're ready to be our next crazy success story, here's what I want you to do. Scroll down, click the green button below this video. That'll take you to the scheduling page. Pick a day that works for you, then choose a time, find the available slots, enter your info, your name, your email, your phone number. Click confirm, and you're all set for your strategy call. One important thing. We only accept 1 out of every 3 practices that is apply for us each month. Why? Because we prioritize quality over quantity. To give you the exceptional experience you deserve, we need enough bandwidth to fully support every practice we work with. So if you're ready to achieve a level of freedom most doctors can only imagine, don't wait. Once we hit capacity, we won't be able to take you this month. Sounds too good to be true? I get it. Maybe some of the success stories you've seen here today seem a little too good to be true. Maybe you're wondering if you can actually pull this off yourself. Let me make this simple. I guarantee it. If you go through my program, follow the plan, and for some crazy reason you don't get the incredible results my clients have, we'll continue to work with you for free for up to 6 months. That's right. Half a year, free. Still doubting? Check this out below before we hit capacity. If the calendar shows available times, congrats. I look forward to talking to you. But if you see temporary close, well, then you're going to have to wait for a while. Don't put this off. Let's rewrite your story. I can't wait to hear about the massive impact you'll be making in your community. I can't wait to see the smiling faces of you and your loved ones, and you finally achieving the practice and life you've been working so hard for. Click the button below and join us on the front lines of the healthcare revolution. And finally, thank you for giving me the time. Thank you for trusting this would be an investment in your time. And let's make this happen.